If you want to control your reality, upgrade your reality, then you control your perception. And that's what you're seeing playing out in the world right now. Over the last 6 months, I've had 738 conversations, to be exact, with people, light workers, coaches, mentors, movers and shakers in the conscious creator community. And a large portion of them are all experiencing the same feedback or the same symptoms, which is, I want to do more in the world. I just don't know where to begin or how to line up my frequency to live and to earn in a way that feels sovereign. So let's dive in and talk about the energies. Let's talk about the opportunity that exists right now if you're listening to this message and it speaks to you. So there is a divergence occurring in consciousness right now. You've got two streams that are running simultaneously, and time is speeding up. Maybe you've experienced that. You've had a sense of it. You cannot put your finger on it necessarily. Over the next 3 to 6 months, which is the window of opportunity, you have an enormous potential to step into your mission, to reclaim clarity and purpose on your path, whether you've got a business, a passion-based business, or you want to start one. Because the reason I'm saying this is, with this divergence of consciousness, you're seeing a very clear delineation through perception, controlled perception, that is being pulled into one direction of distraction and noise, world affairs, and all those sorts of things. And then you've got this organic thread, which is your inner light, your inner being, your highest expression of your soul, that's firing off, giving you signals to say, hey, something's changing. You're not feeling like you want to do the same thing as you have done for the last year, 5, 10, 15 years or longer. Maybe wanting to shift your business, the type of clients, like I said, maybe starting something. You want to be part of a global movement. I'm going to share that with you in a moment. But the next 3 to 6 month window from the time of recording this, there is a pronounced energy that is asking you, inviting you very strongly to decide. Do you accept the inner pulse that is calling you to higher expressions of your true self? And that feels like uncertainty sometimes. It feels like unknown. But at the same time, it also is preloaded, encoded with all the answers. And these are the conversations that I've been having. People that feel, I want to lead movements. I want to start something locally. I want to bring people together. I can see through the veils. I can see the distortions and the lies and the manipulation and the perception that people have around fear and all those sorts of things. And they don't know where to start. So the number one place to start is within the self. Ask yourself right now, what is it that is rising within you that seeks expression? What's rising within you that seeks expression? And when you sit with that, whether in meditation or a nature walk or journaling, whatever your art form is, and listen, really listen, you will hear the answer. And the answer is not complicated. It is often so simple and therefore quite often overlooked in its simplicity. So you've got a mission. We all have a mission. We are here at this time, a convergence of all times. Time is speeding up. There's a divergence of consciousness. People are selecting technology and AI, and there's a whole thread that we could go on, which I'm not going to do that in this video, or the organic thread. The organic thread is that light is unconditional. Your light is unconditional, which means it cannot be bought. It cannot be sold. It cannot be given away. It cannot be imprisoned, regardless of what you choose or decide. But you do have a choice. So this 3 to 6 month window is auspicious because you have a lot of galactic energies. And I don't often speak about galactic influences and cosmic influences for fear of some people thinking it's woo-woo, but there's a scientific methodology behind it. And that is what draws in and leads me to share the transmission method. Because if you do have that calling to step out into the world, to bring people together, or to shift your business into focusing more deeply into the soul, the spiritual, the metaphysical, the esoteric, helping people to crack open through your own unique gifts, talents, and abilities, then The transmission method is something that will really, really help you. And I'm going to go into it in very minute detail in this video and share it in greater detail in an upcoming video. So hang on and stay tuned for that one. The transmission method is you. You are the transmitter and the receiver of light and information. So light cannot be compromised. It is uncompromising in its nature, meaning it is what it is. Light is truth. Yeah? And so you are seeking to expand your field of awareness and therefore interact with new opportunities in your sphere of influence. So therefore, you as a signal, when you clean up your signal, your frequency, you get very aligned with why you're here, taking into consideration your storyboarding, which is your past. It doesn't own you, it doesn't define you, it gives you clues on what brought you here. So looking back through the windows of time, you can join the dots and you can see, oh, I went through these experiences so that I can fill in the dot, fill in the blank. So the transmission method is it's not about the hustle and grind. It's not about bro marketing. It's not about forcing your way back into the world. It's not about trying to carve out mountain ranges with will and effort, matter to matter. The transmission method is based on frequency and quantum principles. So that when you know who you are and you line up with a greater degree of certainty, why you're here, your message, your personal message to the world, your message to yourself, your codes, your individual codex comes online at a greater capacity. And with that, so does the opportunity to share that with others and to help them as prisms of light be activated so that their mission and their message comes online. And so the 738 conversations I've had this year so far are all centered around that when you're feeling out of alignment, you feel afraid, frustrated, overwhelmed, anxious. Maybe you're feeling like you don't have the pull or the drive anymore. Maybe you want to shut down, go offline. Maybe the social media channels and platforms just don't interest you anymore. These are all very, very clear signs that you are shifting. The outer world is changing, yes, but it's all changing as a reflection of the inner world of humanity and in the individuals within humanity. So you transmit assurance, you transmit a very clear signal, a very clear frequency that then draws people to you like for like. Yeah. So your message sits within this channel, within this stream of consciousness. And I've seen it happen too many times to discount that when you are within your center, you are calm, you are present, you are powerful, and you are assured and clear of your message and what you stand for. Then those that are drawn to your flame, like moths to a flame, lean in and take notice, just like you watching this video. And if you're watching it, comment below, let me know if that's you. Because light workers, healers, health practitioners, coaches, conscious creators, whatever label you want to place on yourself, you are all being influenced right now by consciousness. And you are all interacting with a new field of potential that although you may not fully understand and appreciate right now, it is the greatest invitation to step into freedom, your own sovereignty, so that you can earn, play, travel, live exactly how you want. You show up in the world as a frequency, not as a performer. You show up transmitting life force energy through your message that is broadcast from your beingness, not from your doingness. So if this interests you and you would like to be a part of the Global Leaders in Consciousness movement, that's what I'm bringing together. Bringing together a small group of people. We start very, very soon, and I'd love you to be a part of that. You'll find a link in the description to either join the Sovereign Shift community, which is absolutely free. You can find out more about that. You can download the Global Leaders in Consciousness Manifesto, which will really speak to the heart of the matter and activate those soul codes and that message within you. Or if you prefer just have a conversation with me, you'll find a direct link to book a call if you feel aligned to do so. So the timeline is shifting. And in that timeline, you have choice and you have power. If you stay sitting on your clutch of eggs, your ideas, you stay sitting, not doing anything within by exploring your inner world and coming back home to yourself, then chances are within the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to feel a tidal wave of change broadcast and brought upon you through outer world, third dimensional influences. That's not what we want. Now's the time. You're being called. You're being heralded. This is your pre-closure. So what is it you're experiencing right now and seeing is a glimpse of this time next year. What you're experiencing within yourself and within the world is a glimpse of what will be magnified this time next year. So if you have a message and you've been withholding, if you have a mission, you have healing codes, you have a coach, mentor, conscious creator aspect of you that you want to bring online, metaphysically and materially online, and you've been withholding fear, self-doubt, who's going to listen to me, whatever it may be, this is your permission slip. I encourage you to step up and to step out of the shell, out of your old self. The old self, the little I in identity that says, I'm not ready, I haven't done enough. All these games that we play with ourselves. I've been there, done that. I've got the t-shirt, the matching gloves and slippers, okay? So arrive in this moment with assurance that you're here for a purpose. You're here for a very specific message, with a very specific message, and it is unique to you. It's unique to you. And if you'd love to come together in a conscious community of inner circle gatherings that help to awaken your message, then as I said, you'll find the links below.